Okay, I'm Valeri Tritakov and I'm a co-founder of GameReel. I'll tell you a story. I have this friend who wanted to work for a big investment bank. He went to an interview on the top floor of big corporate office full of big shots, and they tell him, okay, we're graduates from London Business School and you're from a random university from Bulgaria. Why would we hire you? So, to have successful business you need clients, right? GameReel's clients are big gaming and publishing companies. What do they look for? Are they looking for slow, expensive, big brand, well-known games with plants or at least with some zombies? No, not really. Not anymore. Yet most of the developers keep making copies of the same games. The competition is getting tougher, and the big players need something new, something with potential. Primo, we develop unconventional yet simple browser games. Secundo, each of them has the potential to go big. You ask me, Valeri, what do you know about games? We have three so far: war, cars, superheroes. We found out that the sophistication is not so important, rather the essence. Being certain of this, our next games will be even more simplified. And yes, we'll bring the same addictive gameplay which we bring on desktops to many devices. We work with high-profile partners that give us the playground to experiment. 600,000 registrations, and we're just testing. Our business model is simple. We find publishing partners, or they find us, they usually find us. They distribute the games, pay us a revenue share. Our expectation is 1.5 million euro for the next year, net revenue. And our secret sauce, I can talk a lot about our lean startup approach or how development is cheaper in Bulgaria, but I prefer to tell you that we've already done this. We already built and sold a gaming company a couple of years ago, so we know what we are doing. Want to know more about us? I'll be around in the next couple of days, or you can email me at valeri@gamereel.com. Was my friend hired? He answered the essence of their business. Nobody needs more of the same. Thank you.
Yeah, so you spent a lot of time talking about how game companies are copying each other. Mm-hmm. And then you went to say that you have three generic games, three thematic games, right?
Yep.
So those things contradict each other, plus you talking about the competition, them copying each other, doesn't really add anything to the presentation.
Okay.
Right? Because the whole point is that you've created games that are interesting.
Yeah.
So why even spend any time talking about games that are not interesting?
What kind of games? Our games.
Yeah, your games are interesting, right?
Probably, yeah.
Yes? Okay.
Yeah.
So why spend a third of your presentation talking about how other companies are copying each other?
I wanted to point the problem on the market, because this is actually a huge problem. That's why publishers are contacting us and tell us, hey guys, you have very strange games. Let's try.
So
can you try a new one?
So how's that? Are you then white labeling these games? It's hard.
No, it's publishing like Big Point, if you heard of them,
okay.
Or Congregate.
Neither of us are gaming guys, so you're gonna have to talk to us like 5-year-olds.
Yeah. Okay. So they distribute the game in their portal or through their advertising networks. Take revenue share. We take revenue share. That's it. It's simple.
It's not that simple. Not for somebody that doesn't understand the business.
This is the simplest way if we don't publish the games by ourselves.
So you are giving the games, you're white labeling them, or what? With platforms?
Depending on the country. Yeah, we integrate with big portals, the games.
Okay.
And
they run advertising against them, and then you do a revenue share.
For example, they take, they license the game exclusively for Germany, so Big Point have the game for Germany.
So you have general thematic games that can be licensed by different countries, and they're general enough, and they're hooked. Okay, so finally we understand what you do.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so then about the first half of your presentation should completely change. I need to explain what it is that you do. Right? Okay, so we create general thematic games that
This
can be
should
published.
be first,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so yeah, this was my.
I mean, the problem
worry.
here is
Yeah.
the problem here that you're describing is not really the problem that you're solving, right?
I'm finding the problem on the market and why our clients, if our clients are publishers,
Like who's the
want-
customer? And what is the are the customers the networks that need
No, the
game
end
content?
the real end customer is the like you, me, you know, we play
The player.
games. Yeah, the player.
So the player. So then your premise is players are bored with the same old games, and they need fresh new games to see. Well,
Yeah, but
we publish these games and then we distribute them through.
no, I don't like to say publish it because this is what we've done a few months ago.
Okay.
So I really don't like it because it's more simple to find a partner
Simple
who will
is
publish
good.
it. So yeah, the idea is our client shouldn't be the player. Of course, the player will be very happy. He will pay. It's free to play.
So who is your customer?
The publishing company?
Okay.
Our,
And
our-
what is
this
their
our
problem?
goal. They can find really interesting games.
Okay,
for
game
their-
publishers with a lot of traffic cannot find good games to give to their
Okay,
clients.
yeah,
There's your problem,
okay.
right? What do they do right now to solve this problem? They commission people to copy big games from.
Yeah.
Yeah, or they spend a lot of money themselves to build these
Yeah.
type of games. So our solution is basically we're gaming experts. We've done this before. So we build really unique games that we then sort of give to our partners, and we do a rev share split.
Okay.
And they
That's-
translate them in different languages, blah, blah.
Okay,
Cool. We
yeah,
just
that-
pitched your business. So
Nice.
then you talk about revenue expectations without talking about if you currently have revenue. It's still not clear whether this is already a live
It's-
product or
It's alive, and yes, as I said, we had
so it's live and it's making money.
in gaming to make money is either you are like big point or you are struggling. Right now we're struggling, and the whole idea which I want to present to the
You had a
investors-
very precise revenue number that you're projecting.
yeah.
What is that
It's
based
like
on?
a goal, let's say it. Yeah, and that's what I said. It's a goal for 2015.
Nobody cares about your goals.
Okay, so
I'm sorry.
Probably I should say the market size then. Is
Well,
it
the market
better?
size in your business model, and then we'll do the math together.
No, the idea is should I set some numbers about us because my
Numbers are interesting in the past tense.
Okay.
We've
yeah.
sold this much. We have
Okay.
this many users.
good, okay, thanks.
Over this period of time, they're growing this fast. Projecting to the future, you just tell us the market size, and we will then try to infer
Okay.
how big it can be,
Okay. Yeah.
right? So if you say we plan to do 1.5 million revenue, that better be based on real sales numbers and how fast you're growing right now. Not we have a dream that one day we'll make $1.5 million.
We've done this stuff already, and I
No,
know
that's
that
fine.
it's getting,
Well, then you should be able to lay out a plan of how you're going to get there.
Okay.
But you're just getting yourself in trouble by putting numbers that
Okay.
you're going to have to then defend, and you can't.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
So, yeah, my idea is I want to put only one number, and that's it. Either something about us or the market.
Well, and also you're missing everything about your team. Like you
not
just
im-
going and saying we've done this
We've
before,
already
trust
done
me.
the same team. We sold the company. Is it necessary to say something about
Yeah.
the team?
Yeah,
with which
because
I
you
worked for
didn't
10 years?
sell Zynga, right? You're
okay.
not, you're not a famous enough entrepreneur yet to go out and say, guess what? I'm famous. My last company sold for $100 million.
Okay.
Trust me, I'm not going to waste my time. Join me.
Yeah.
I'm inviting you to invest in my next company.
Okay.
You're not there yet. So for you to come out and say, we've done this before, trust me, is not enough. You need to demonstrate who's on your team and what the different roles are
Should
and what
I
their
say
background is.
the partners or employees?
You can say, here's the founding team. Here's
founding
in brief,
team, okay.
in brief what their expertise is as related to this business, and then talk about if you have other team members, employees, you can just put their pictures on there, and so people say, oh, okay, it's a real company. It's got 15 people, whatever it is.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Remember those three things I mentioned earlier, right? Market, team, traction,
Yeah.
and hopefully you cover some solution piece as well too, but just you didn't really cover any of those, so you need to keep that in mind. You didn't cover any of this stuff.
600,000 registrations is not enough traction.
It's
What should
okay.
I put there? I want to make it very.
Show,
good. What should
you know what's more interesting is the speed of growth. It's growth over
Okay.
growth.
Okay.
So you can have 600,000, but how fast did you get there? And is that growth
600,000
accelerating?
in the last 3 months.
Okay, so it's more interesting to see it
Okay.
the percent, if your growth is accelerating.
Okay.
Not the exact number you're at right now, but if you're growing at 10% a
trend.
week
Yeah.
or 100% a month or
Yeah.
whatever it is, that percentage number is much more interesting than the ultimate number that you're at this moment.
Okay. I'll
So
do
if you want one number, it's put your week over week growth percentage.
Okay.
That should be your number.
Okay. Thanks.